Coach, as the 2019 regular season starts speeding toward a conclusion, not too many games remain to be played here in Oakland, California. The pregame festivities here in Oakland have to be seen to be believed. This crowd in silver and black, they are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Detroit Lions. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9?
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go. Yellow, yellow. There's a blue lady. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Now Mahomes on the bootleg. Steps away. And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. This is Jalen Richard, the fourth-year man from Southern Miss. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. Like Antonio Brown, Tyrell Williams came to the Raiders in March. Came up the coast from L.A., where he caught 41 balls last year with the Chargers. His best year was 2016 when the Chargers were still in San Diego. Over 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns, and the Raiders really have high hopes for this 27-year-old receiver. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11. At the 50-yard line. 57 colors, 57 colors. Hey, 43.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. That's caught left side by Hardman. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. On third down, Richard. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on third and long? Mahomes going to throw. Man open left side, it's Williams. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. So on fourth down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt.
Set. 180. 59. Hey, Red. I'm coming.
A look at Kerryon Johnson, second-year man out of Auburn. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 7-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Amendola catching it left side. And all the way down to the 42.
Let's go.
A big play there on the catch and run. 51 yards. Those wide receiver screens like that, isn't that what they said they wanted to implement more in the game plan this week?
They certainly did because they felt like they had an advantage with their receivers out in open space. They thought they could make the first guy miss like a punt returner and then pick up nice blocking downfield.
A first down carry here for Johnson. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appered to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, middle. Zebra. Like 50.
Back to throw, Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Kenny Golladay is intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. The big man, P.J. Hall, had the path to the QB there. And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that if they have to punt the ball, they've done so with that first run.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo. Tight ends on right side. Alert. 3 down.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Mahomes. It's caught. Nelson. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Attack! Watch the whip.
On the ground, Richard. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now after the loss, they come up 2nd and 11 from the 19-yard line. This is Richard. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 8.
We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter from Oakland. The homestanding Raiders with the football here. They're facing a tough spot. 3rd and 8 here to start things out. Here's Mahomes to throw. And that will be incomplete. Brandon Marshall, the linebacker, able to make the play defensively.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Agnew now to return. $21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10.
Check it back. Easy.
They'll run on 1st down. Johnson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
They stay on the ground on 1st with Johnson. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. Out of the gun, Stafford. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
I'm coming after you. Hey, box drop.
Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. It's caught outright, Amendola. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
Third and long. It's Stafford. Looking downfield for Jones. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here is Matt Prater now. He's got the leg for this as he holds the NFL record with a 64-yarder back in 2013. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. As a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards, so many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this. You have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's what you're looking for.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
General, West. Switch it. Yellow. Patch it.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed him for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
Last season for Carlson, bit of a strange rookie year. Won the Vikings job, then was let go week 2 after going 0 for 3, but he picked things back up.
Remember, he was drafted to cure their kicking woes, and he ends up going 0 for 3 against Green Bay, including the potential game winner. Gets cut, picked up by the Raiders, 16 for 17 the rest of the season. I'd say at the end of the year, pretty good success story.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Set. Go 20. Like 7. Watch the slam. Hey. 50. 50's the mic. 50's the mic. It's been long. Hey, Zoo. Max 50.
Now on 2nd and 13. Stafford. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Vincent Mayowa. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation.
40 got. 59 mark. Check. 59. Hey. R7.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And the pressure gets to him again. Maurice Hurst providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive.
The football comes out. Jacobs lost it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Yellow. That's a line. Mike 40. Hey, tight. Check three.
On second down, Richard. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
Yellow. 180. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go.
Richard. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
You can't block me. Kill.
They run the counter. Richard, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. Mecole Hardman, the intended target.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on 3rd down. I mean, you just need a yard or two to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
Mike 50. You're not ready.
Now a 1st down throw. Stafford looking end zone for Jones. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Now Matt Prater for the point after. So he missed his lone field goal try, but he's got this one as that extends their lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On the draw, Richard. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So after the penalty, we'll have one final untimed play here before halftime. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway.
Let's go. Do it.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. Throwing on third and long. Stafford. It's caught. Jones. Give him 22 yards, and that's also where they snapped it from, the 22. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. In on the stop, it's Tahir Whitehead.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Watch the curve. Watch the curve. 95%. Now check his mic. Oh, here we go. 95 mic. Watch 95. Okay, double up.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They'll keep it on the ground. Richard. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game, because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Switch up, switch up. Shift, shift.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. It's a screen to Richard. Stop shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining.
Hey, let's go, let's go. 15. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Shoot. Tight dog. I don't need to. Back. Exit. 51's the mic.
Now a handoff to Richard. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Nicole Hardman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Hey. 4 down. 11. 52, right 52. Hey, Orbit. Watch the run.
Here's Stafford. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I got 11. Single receiver. Hey. Over there. Single receiver. 43 is the mic. Zebra. Mike. I'm coming after you. 43 is the mic. Hey, we heavy on the edges. Heavy.
From the gun, Stafford. He finds a rookie from Iowa, T.J. Hockenson. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the number one thing he does best is tackle.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Omaha, review.
They go to Johnson again. And he's got this down to the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Lions.
Back now in the East Bay. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. If you're thinking of a comeback here, you go to 2016. That's when Stafford had an NFL record 8 fourth-quarter comebacks. But last year, despite playing all 16 games, he had 0. Looking in zone for Jones. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Watch the slats. Watch the slats. 11.
On the toss, here's Johnson. And he'll be taken down at the 34. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. The left side completion to Jones. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Stafford to Jones, enough for a Lion first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. A former Cal Bear now, C.J. Anderson on the carry. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stafford. And that is caught. Oh, what a catch at the 5-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, Stafford to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Good coverage there by Trayvon Mullen.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4 down territory.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. This Raider defense not giving in. They'll try to hold once more on 3rd and goal. Dancing, and he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Maurice Hurst able to record his 5th sack of the season. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Mahomes lets it go for Nelson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run it with Johnson. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
All day, every day, any day.
To throw on third down. Stafford. And that is incomplete. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now. But they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, over-excited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
So here comes the veteran Matt Prater in a big spot in this ballgame. This for the lead in the final stages. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good win.
Richard lost it. And this is scooped up by the Lions. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave them a comfortable lead.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashawn Melvin. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. And he's got room. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
30. First down, Lions.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to the ground. This time it's Anderson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
And that's a tired defense out on the field right now. They desperately need a stop to get the ball back to their offense, but they're having trouble getting that done. Another gut-wrenching run right there.
A little second effort there on the strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. So this one's over. It's a win. And it took